And there we go. We're live. Right, Railroad Preserver 2000 back again doing another live stream here. This time I've returned to Mike Brady's game Ship Explorer. Mike Brady of Ocean Liner Designs, as obviously shown on the menu. And I'm being joined by my friends Seal Shark, Thoron, Hurricane Flyer, and Ross. So, since Hurricane Flyer is here, and knowing that he's a fan of SS United States, I figured he might enjoy this. So, it's only...
I suppose I will.
And for the moment, my profile picture is SS United States. I might have to change that fairly soon because this is getting kind of boring, having this profile picture. I want the seal back, but it's fine.
But hear me out, though. Seals on a ship. Waha, yes.
Sure.
Let me see.
Anyways, boat.
Real quick, which would y'all prefer to see the ship in? Dry dock or at sea?
At sea.
Done. And I don't know if... I have to skip the archive film because I really don't know if it's copyrighted. Even though it hasn't been... Because it's not 90 years yet, and I don't know if I'll live to see it be public domain.
I think there's actually a law that says news stuff can't be copyrighted, but I'm not sure.
I love this this cutscene here reminds me of the opening of Titanic Adventure at a Time where it flies over the ship when you first get into the game. That's what this sort of reminds me of.
Oh yeah, I used to play that on my old Macintosh.
Does this or does this not look similar to that opening? Because it really sort of does when you think about it.
Even the choppy frame rate.
Well, of course it's going to be choppy through Discord screen share and live chat.
And the robotic voice is gone.
Oh god, I'm just imagining that old 90s PC game music right now.
Oh god, I'm almost tempted. If you get the game, you could recreate that. They do have a camera feature. Oh, and the lights are glitching out. Oh, and it's at night. Or it was. Oh yeah, it's at night. Okay, so there's the controls. E is for the main button.
Can you mess with the time scale?
I'm looking into that. Tab is photo mode. O is third person. H is the ship's horn. E2H tab O. Okay. E2H tab O. E2H tab O. It's like a code word, isn't it? So, anyways, gentlemen, welcome aboard SS United States. I'm currently on the, I think, right side bridgewing. I don't know. Anyway, it's night.
That's the starboard side, which is the right side.
Alright.
That was the wrong side.
You know, I gotta wonder if somebody has
I will
all the...
smack with my ring hand.
I've gotta ask, does anybody know if all the bridge equipment shown here, like the compasses, the telegraphs, did somebody buy all that, or was that all saved or something? Because I don't know if it got bought in the auctions in the 70s and 80s. But, yeah. Anyways, I've done a recording on this game before, but it wasn't really much. So as you can see, but I'm now in the bridge now at night. I love the lamp just glitched on and off for a second. That's totally not haunted at all. Anyway, the ship is at full speed. A full speed that nobody, they still haven't been able to really confirm the ship's maximum top speed, have they?
I've heard anywhere between 40 and 50 knots.
I know, well the fact that they had to put speed governors on the turbines should say a lot. I mean, also the fact they kind of sandblasted their bow paint off also is a bit of an indicator, but anyways. I wish somebody had restored the ship enough in like the 80s or something, you know, just to get it to where it could sail at that speed again and just see what would happen. Just literally take off the speed governors, fire her up, and just let her sail and just see if the speed could once and for all be confirmed, you know?
I'm just imagining them doing that, and it's like one day later they arrive in Cherbourg or something. How the fuck did you get here? We don't know.
Honestly, I mean, I don't think it would be that fast, but it probably would have cut the time down to maybe 4 days or even 3 days. You know?
Honestly, I do wish they'd kept going with at least 1 or 2 U.S. ocean liners in service, because, really think about it, some people genuinely do not like air travel.
Yeah, and I don't like being stuck.
I wouldn't trust it.
And honestly, I was getting burned out on being on floating hotels and shopping malls myself, if you catch my drift. Pun not intended.
I prefer going on a ship over an airplane any day.
I'm talking
I've
about
never
like
been
cruise
on a
ships.
cruise ship.
I was able to go on some of the older ones before they were all cut up due to COVID. Carnival's fantasy class. So, you know, Fantasy Elation. Oh, Lord. There was... Oh, and Legend, yeah. Legend, Elation, and Fantasy. I think that was the order.
This may sound strange, but I really want to go on one of the first 2 Disney cruise ships from the 90s because they had those really nice Neo-Deco interiors.
You do realize they've probably updated them to where that could have been removed, right?
Actually, I've seen recent stuff from them. Like 1 or 2 spaces got updated, but the vast majority of it is still intact.
For now. Remember.
Stop saying that.
Hey, I'm sorry, man. The problem with everybody now is they think everything is disposable, even historic stuff. But I don't want to get into that. I really don't want to get into that, especially here.
I just want to know Queen Mary.
Oh, by the way, you know how in Titanic, Honor and Glory, when you go into a mirror, you're a ghost? Check this out. Oh, wait a minute.
That's a window.
I know, but wait a minute. Dang it. Okay, when I first played this, you could walk up to this and you could see your reflection. I'm not even joking. Oh, there's more.
The United States was designed with safety first and foremost in mind. Both the company's CEO, John Franklin, and its director, Vincent Astor, had direct personal ties to the Titanic disaster. Many of the key safety features were controlled in the room behind this bulkhead, the damage control room, which featured controls for fire alarms, smoke detection, watertight doors, and fire doors.
I still like that Mike went through all that trouble.
With all that tech, it should have been unsinkable.
Oh God! And
should.
And now I do what Tom did in the Titanic video. I hope nothing goes wrong. I mean, one comment summed that up best. I know it was serious, but the way he did that in such a deadpan way just made it funny. I'm sorry, but yeah.
Actually, I'm just imagining they try to sink it for the reef, and literally no matter what they do, there's some random safety feature they didn't account for that just keeps it from going down.
United States be like, I ain't going anywhere, man. Ship be like, nah, the ship's just like, nah, bro, you ain't getting rid of me that easily.
Laughing.
Honestly, if... I'll be blunt. I'd laugh like hell.
Francis Gibbs is laughing for you.
Personally, I would rather see the ship die the way SS America did. At least then the sea would be taking care of it and not short-sighted idiots.
Well, the sea's still going to be taking care of it, but it's going to be less SS America and more RMS Lusitania.
Oh God, imagine if it lands on its side. I mean, even then, the ship is a gutted shell, but still.
I mean, that also just gave me the picture in my mind of, you know, all the like sketches of Lusitania, right? That like really high angle, tipping over.
Guys.
Oh yeah, I know the drawing you're thinking of.
Guys, you might want to look at my screen and just take the screenshot and just take the scene in.
Man, that thing is stacked.
That's a dad joke that I'm not even going to respond to that. I was just going to say this is really photogenic. But I'm sure somebody already took something like this for that screenshot contest.
I think it's actually an episode of The Munsters where they go to England and, like, they sail on the SS United States. Like, that's actually the ship they use in the shots.
What are the odds? I wonder, in real life, would it have been this bright or would it have been lower?
That looks about how nighttime looks when you have sunglasses on. I wear my sunglasses at night.
Oh my god. Dude, I'll tell you, why didn't they just do what they did with Queen Elizabeth? I mean, yeah, they would have ripped out SS United States' steam plant, but let's be real. That move saved Queen Elizabeth from being scrapped early. You know, QE2. And they pulled that off in the 80s. You know?
That is true.
Problem is...
Then again...
I will say, though, even though I highly doubt they'll do it, I'd love to see them take out one whole side of the ship's engineering plant. You know, one boiler, one turbine, one generator is set, and the entire drivetrain, so you could get a cutaway of the ship's entire, you know, propulsion plant, because I don't think anything like that has ever been done before. You know? Before or since.
Can I steal that idea?
Hey, go for it. Trouble is, I highly doubt they'll... I mean, I don't think they'll do that since they kind of need all that to keep the ship level when they sink it, but who knows?
And again, that again puts the image of in my head of just like SS United States at like a really high tippy over angle.
Oh my gosh! I glitched the game. I don't know how to make it day. That's the issue. I don't know if there's a setting for that.
There should be like a time scale thing if it became night.
Well, let me see. There was tab E, H, and O. What does E do? E's not doing anything. Okay. Oh God.
It was a dark and stormy night, see? I was tracking down a dame across the Atlantic, see?
Oh my God, stop. Please stop, that's so cringe. Oh look, I deep fried it. Oh my God,
Your
my
face.
eyes. Ah! I can't,
You got filter, color grading.
I literally can't find anything.
Actually, I will say, though, as frustrating as the loss of SS United States is, I still don't think it's quite as frustrating as the loss of the SS Independence. Yeah, just casually steal an ocean liner, you know, move it all across, just dump it all the sea, you know. I hate all of you.
I'll be blunt, and I've said this a bajillion times before. I mean, this country had every opportunity to literally preserve both ships. Both times they fucked up and didn't do a damn thing. And it was only after they were more or less destroyed that they suddenly were like, oh, we need to do something. Oh no, they're already gone. Oh well. Honestly. The fact that places
still had a ton of its interiors too. And its machine spaces. It wasn't even a gutted shell, they just stole it.
No, I'll just be blunt. I'll literally just be blunt. Europe and a lot of other seafaring countries in Europe and abroad have done a far better job preserving maritime heritage. Hell, there's places that have more preserved freighters from the same era than we do. The only hope I have of seeing a 50s era ship in Georgia is if NS Savannah is able to come back to its namesake city, because it was moored there when it was first preserved, and then they took it and then they made it leave due to lack of visitors. But now I'm hoping that the current group trying to save the ship comes up with some plan to get the ship docked in Savannah. But the thing is, I hope they do what's been done with Queen Mary, and have it in a sort of semi-permanent dry dock type state, you know, where the water's calm. I bring that up because it would slow deterioration down, and plus they'd have to make sure it's not in the river anyway because of the ship traffic. I mean, hell, the container ships coming in and out of Savannah now dwarf NS Savannah. I know because I've seen them several times.
Grant, ironically enough, NS Savannah has more power than any of them.
Well, here's the only problem, dude. I mean, unless they somehow come up with a nuclear reactor like Savannah's, that's just, you know, a lot more up-to-date and efficient and can last longer, and is easier to run and maintain. Well, I'll be blind. The whole reason NS Savannah failed is because it cost more to train and, you know, it costs more to hire the crew and train them. It costs more to run the ship. It costs more to, you know, do everything with the ship. Furthermore, while its design looks nice, it also made it be unable to haul enough cargo to justify operation. I have heard stories that the cargo cranes on the ship were unable to fully do their job because of the way the hull and whatnot was made. Plus, the crane derricks were already obsolete because by the 70s, that's when you started having intermodal containers coming around. You know?
Okay, let me rephrase this. It's the idea of the nuclear-powered freighter that is most important. If you replace the diesel engines in one Maersk-class container ship with, you know, a nuclear reactor, you've immediately removed more CO2 pollution than every single car in America.
Again, that's going to lead into a political thing that's going to cause me to get canceled. So unfortunately, I can't discuss that. Just know that I'm on your side. And that's all
I'll just condense the position down to, if you're afraid of nuclear energy, you're a moron. Anyway.
Well, I'll put it like this. When the federal government doesn't care enough about the national parks, I mean, what the hell does that tell you?
It tells me that I should have stepped in front of that bus.
I'm going to ignore that last comment. But I do recommend getting whatever help you can. Anyways, I don't know how to get this thing today. Let me see. Controls. I don't think there is a time changer on this thing. I really don't think there is, because I'm looking and I don't see it. Of course, I do wonder if this might be based on the IRL time, you know? Like, when I first played the game, it was daytime. When I play it now at 8:30 something at night, it's night out. So it makes me wonder, you know?
That is actually kind of cool.
I just know in the daytime, when you walk up to the window, you can see your character's reflection. And you actually, if you look closely in my live stream, I think if you look through the radar here, yeah, look. Oh, hey, look, it's Captain Smith. I'm joking. He's just standing there, menacingly.
Menacingly.
Get out of there, SpongeBob! Suddenly the line on Patrick's hand goes dead. It's a plot twist. SpongeBob wasn't the real maniac. That was me! I'm sorry. Oh my god. Oh boy. Oh, that's a gorgeous shot. Are you seeing this hurricane or not?
Yeah, I'm seeing it. I'm just... Ugh, I got dry eyes, and it hurts.
Blink. If you can.
I am blinking.
The only other thing I can recommend you do is go and try to flush them, like get some water from the tap or something and put it and hydrate the eyes with it. I'll just say it, it's going to feel unpleasant, but it would moisturize them enough to where they won't be hurting so bad. I will give Mike points on having, like, info things on every doorway for the most part. I do like that. Oh, that's neat. Problem is I don't know if, you know, if these doors are still on the ship, I wonder if they would save one. That'd be neat. One of these watertight doors. Who left?
I don't know.
Are you still here, Hurricane?
Steel.
That was Seal Shark.
Probably the gas drinkers. You know you're moving at a decent clip when you're actually able to see the clouds move.
I think the Discord crashed. I don't know how
that's what was it.
How? Yeah. I don't know how that happened, but Discord crashed.
Wait a minute, how the hell did I get up here? Oh, that's right. Oh gosh. Okay, now tell me, what does this view remind y'all of? It should be obvious.
Shipwreck.
The Poseidon Adventure.
No, sorry, doesn't ring a bell.
The movie!
Like not tied to Poseidon. I know, but like that shot doesn't ring a bell.
The opening.
For me. Sorry.
Oh. Thank you. I can't get the dang weather to work, so...
Sorry.
You're fine, I'm just... Excuse me. Anyway, no Moro Castle.
Ooh, do we get to do the framing thing?
What?
Maybe we should go with it C first and then do a flame.
We get to do... So we're not doing the flamey thing yet. Okay.
Next. May as well see the place before it's on fire.
Ooh, archival of the ship being built. Oh, wait a minute.
Also, personally, I do think this was one of the prettiest ships the U.S. built.
Yep.
I see what they've done. I think they've muted the audio that would have been present in this. Oh God! Now that's something I'd love to be able to witness in person, but I highly doubt they'd ever let you do with the kind of shots they're doing here.
Oh, I see them all the time.
Well,
I'd love to see that.
You know what I mean. If you're not an employee
what?
of the shipyard, you're not allowed to do any of this. If you're not like, you know what I mean. I know in an earlier recording I did of SS United States during the daytime, you can actually see where they made a rough model of Queen Mary off in the distance.
Launch. I think Discord is dying again.
On my end or yours? I'm an idiot. I forgot about 2. That's the weather changer. Ladies and gentlemen, I can officially confirm I am a freaking idiot. In other words, I'm
Great,
dumb.
Discord just freaked out for no reason. That was...
What? Oh, look here. I love this little reference.
And they're blue.
I love this little reference.
Here?
I'm gonna be interested to see when they unleash the battleship Bismarck. God, this match is so gorgeous.
Yeah, it had some of the hottest parties on the sea.
Oh my God.
I mean, they were fire, man.
Not funny. No.
I'm sorry if it's a bit of a sick burn.
Damn it, Hurricane! Well, sir, you are storming. You're making me storm away from your whirlwind jokes.
Sorry if these jokes are a little too hot to handle.
Washingtonian windblower.
Confederate.
Well, now. Alright, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Video's over. No, I'm just kidding.
Kidding.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh, yeah, here's the thing. Look, we're not ghosts in this map. But there'd be no reason in killing you. Yet. Oh, God. No. You just woke up.
You'll start crashing again.
And then you're like, ah! I'm sorry. I had to do that just at least once. That is a jump scare, yes.
Actually, I know what kind of music they used to play in here. Hot jazz.
Please, for the love of the Lord above, stop with the puns!
Why? They're very heated.
Not you too! You know what? Show some respect, will you? Or are you guys trying to rage bait? I mean, it sure looks like that. Just saying.
Alright. Else with anything.
Okay, like, don't get so hot-tempered.
Wait, what did I miss?
You don't want to know. Although I am kind of tempted
reset
to
my
hit the
computer
disconnect
to
button out of
fix
spite,
things.
but I'm not going to do that. Maybe.
I'm sorry.
Thoron is going to anyway.
I was kicked out as well.
Well, I left on my own volition because I was resetting the computer to see if that fixed anything.
Oh, by the way, Steelshark, look at my screen share if you can. Yeah,
Well,
look,
hopefully if that doesn't make Discord fry itself, I'm gonna try.
look, you see the window, right?
Yes.
You can can see yourself.
Oh, hello, ghost person.
Oh no, it ain't a ghost. Just shadow.
I don't care. That's still creepy as all hell.
Well, yes, but what's creepier is this.
Ah!
Wait a minute.
It's the main menu screen.
No, you moron. It's this.
Ooh, yay, flamey thing.
I don't know where they got the wind noise, but that's horrifying, because I've seen video of Hurricane Ike from inside a building. Dude, the freaking noise is terrifying. This is even crazy. This is even more horrific. Welcome aboard the now burning Morro Castle. As I said in my non-live recording, if you want to know more about this disaster, please go visit Mike Brady's channel for a documentary on the entire incident. And if I'm not, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't the radio man initially cleared of wrongdoing, but then potentially confessed to it later on?
Yeah, that's how it went.
Honestly, I really think that I personally think he also killed the captain, potentially.
Oh yeah, he 100% did.
And then potentially set the ship afire to destroy the evidence.
Probably also just because he thought it was fun.
Also, I mean, I'll be blunt, the fact he killed afterward tells me that he did it, because no killer does the same thing. No killer kills once. They will, you know, because they will kill again. They always do. God, this is terrifying. This sort of reminds me of the ship scene at the beginning of the movie of The Black Stallion, because that ship was also destroyed by fire, at least from what we could see. Except it wasn't just on fire, it was also sinking. And I'm talking about the 70s Black Stallion.
Yeah, I think the ship was also in a storm. I really don't know. I didn't really watch the entire scene on YouTube. I kind of just like skimmed through it.
Yeah, it was. I gotta wonder if that was a liner that was sent through scrapping beforehand. I don't know. It looked, from the brief interior scene that I could see, it looked like it was based on a 30s era ship.
I think the ship was also called the Drake.
I don't know. I really don't know.
I'm trying to remember because I think there's a shot where you're looking up at the bow, at the stern of the ship as it's coming out of the water, and the rear nameplate says Drake.
Oh God, this is creepy. I can't. Is that paint on the deck, or is that fire damage?
Yeah, that's peeling paint.
No, that's fire damage. I think.
Oh yeah, it's burning.
I think it looks like it, cause no, that's fire damage from the heat scorching the wood. Oh yeah, that's something you don't want to see. Oh, I'm just gonna. And of course, you can't go in the bridge because the bridge is kind of burning right now. But where we can go in. Welcome to your nightmares, gentlemen. Whoa, what the hell did I do to the frickin'... Did I screw up the frickin'... What did I do? Did I screw up the game visuals? I think I did. What did I do? Did I end up hitting something that's making the game glitch like that? Is there like a filter? I can't tell. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to hell.
Hell? This
Yes.
doesn't look like Los Angeles.
Reading in a writing room. Yeah, you know, I love when my chairs and tables are suddenly glowing embers. I already know in real
Why am I This is fine dog is in here.
I'll just say it. I would imagine in real life during the fire, all these windows were blown out because I know it's because I can't remember, but usually when a fire reaches a certain point, doesn't it cause a pressure difference that's strong enough to blow out the windows and stuff?
I think so.
I know. There was one show I watched that replicated like a house fire once, and it showed that happening. Like after a certain point, the windows blew out due to the fire, and the fire spread due to getting more oxygen. And I don't remember the name of the show. I think it may have been the FBI Files, but I'm not sure. Also, now it's my turn to make at least one fire joke. This is some rather hot reading material. What do you think? Because, you know, it's the reading.
I love it when the pages burn my fingers.
Oh, gosh. Oh, by the way, do you notice the moving texture on the books? Like, I'm not the only one seeing that, right?
No, you're not. I see that too, and I don't like that.
Why does it look like... Why does it look like a face? I swear I saw two eyes.
I just saw it too.
Oh, God. It's the Necronomicon.
Oh, no, I think it is.
I'm gonna be honest, it looks like the mesh.
A chainsaw hand.
It looks like the mesh from Project Britannica.
I was about to say that. Holy crap. Also because
Project Britannica.
I'm also dropping things. Wait, what? You don't know what Project Britannica is?
I do not know what that is.
Wait a minute, here it comes again.
You like horror, right?
Wait a minute, here it comes again. I think that may also be a texture that you see on a lot of the fake little fireplaces heaters you can buy. So it could also just be that.
I have one of those.
Playing tricks. Oh, we got them too. My grandmother had like 3 of them. Left again.
That was Ross.
Oh, rip. Anyway, this
would we consider a little light reading or a light reading?
Also, this is sort of terrifying. Because remember,
I suggest you leave. You appear to be on fire.
I will say, in real life, you wouldn't have been able to get into this room because everything would be burning. Because, you know, after a certain point in a fire, everything reaches a sort of combustion point where everything will just spontaneously combust due to the heat.
You know, it just goes bang old boom, man.
Oh, look, even the chairs have moving texture. It's like, lava chairs, magma table. It's like, Seymour, the house is on fire!
No, mother, it's just the northern lights.
Help! Help! Oh god, I'm going to hell for that. I'm pretty sure of it.
Seymour! George, the ship is on fire! No, Captain, it's just an overlight.
Oh god. Oh god.
Now, okay, I'm going to hell now.
We're all going to hell.
We've been trained.
This time of day localized entirely within the reading and writing room.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
May I see it?
No.
No.
No, you really don't. Trust me, you don't. Oh, that's... Dude, look at this. That's not freaky as hell. I'm getting Gene Wilder vibes from this. Are you guys seeing this?
Yeah, I don't like that. No, hell no.
Oh, hell no. I mean, let's be real. All the glass would have blown out from the fire. And if it didn't blow out, it would have gotten hot enough to melt. I mean, hell, it actually would... No, actually, it would have probably burned. I mean, the window frames are wood, so they would have burned, I would think.
And the panes would have fallen out if they didn't already blow out or melt.
Exactly.
Which would have been very painful.
Oh no, the skylight is burning.
Fire's actually... I wonder if there's actually accounts of this actually happening. You know, fire coming out of the vents or out of these cow vents. Because up at the bow, let me get up there if I can find the stairs. Since it's so freaking dark. Bring it up to the bridge. Yeah, that right there. See where it's coming out of the cow vent down there? I wonder if that...
Yeah.
I'm wondering if there's accounts of that actually happening, because I don't know.
I don't know if it happened, but that's metal as fuck. Oops, sorry.
No, you're fine. And I don't think Henry's in the chat, is he?
No, he's not. He left a while ago.
Damn. I can't get the weather and time thing to come up. I'm hitting 2 and nothing's happening. That must only be for the @C thing, I guess. Let me see. Main menu. Let me try this with @C Morro Castle.
My dinner has been ordered. All right.
Hold on. Wait, that's where to go. I want to copy that. I think I might have just realized that the @C thing is supposed to be the night or like day before the fire.
Yeah.
Oh.
That is cool.
Nothing could be finer
Oh,
than to be on this
I can
here
sync
liner
to
in
the current time.
morning.
Look. 2058 in game is the current
That
time
is
in IRL.
cool.
Dude,
you
Mike
can
Brady,
make it
if you
winner.
see this, despite the crude humor, that is a genius option. Yes.
Yeah, it's freaking badass, man.
Winter.
Make it winter and then go to weather.
A dust storm. Why not?
What? Yeah, let's just roll the freaking Morro Castle into a dust storm. Yeah.
Nah, let's just put her in the desert. What could go
How would
wrong?
you even encounter a dust storm?
Maybe if you're sailing off the coast of North Africa, maybe.
Or
If
Mexico.
you're on the Evergift, definitely.
Oh, God. Honestly, if they added that just for the meme, I would laugh. I really would. That would be too funny.
Ship Explorer ever given.
Oh, by the way, welcome to Sahara Desert Cruise Lines.
Yeah. Isn't it just great conditions to just sit on the deck and relax? I'm so glad I paid for this.
Nah. I totally wanted a bit of sand. Nah. I totally wanted to see some sand before I ever stepped foot on Cuban shores.
Beach.
I don't know, maybe we're just approaching New Jersey.
No, we're approaching DC. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. Choose weather. What other crazy options do we have? Do we have hurricane just cuz? No, we don't. That is funny that they had a dust storm, even though there's like... What? Ooh, dynamic weather. Oh! Hey, boys! Boys!
What?
Aurora Borealis?
We can actually do Aurora Borealis at this time of year, at this time of day, in this part of the world, localized entirely within the reading and writing room.
No,
Yes.
Actually, yes. Look out at sea.
Oh my god, can we get rid of the moon so it's just the northern lights? That'd be beautiful. Get the moon out of here.
Like that.
Get gone. Pack your bags, moon, get out.
That moon better get out of here before I do the Moon Man meme. You don't want me to do that.
What happens if we detonate a nuke on the moon?
Things.
Oh, my camera's
Things would
freezing.
happen.
That's kind of cool.
I do wonder if, like, the northern lights get more vibrant depending on whatever season. No, they don't. I tell you, this is one thing I wanted to see when I was
in winter because the pole is actually getting hit more directly by the electromagnetic fields.
I tell you, I wanted to see these in Alaska, and I never saw them. Not once.
I've seen them over my own town multiple times.
You're in Washington State.
Yeah, me too.
Dude. I was in the inside passage. The problem is they didn't shut the lights off on the cruise ship. So if there were any, I didn't see them. But it was also
That's
summer.
kind
so
of because it's illegal to do that.
I know that. I'm just saying.
I mean, during that nasty solar storm 1 or 2 years ago, I got to see northern lights, like in quotation marks. It wasn't really big, but it was neat.
Still gorgeous. Aurora Borealis. An Aurora Borealis centralized entirely within your ocean liner? Yes. Where I see it, it will go. Oh, hey boys, look. It's the sister ship.
What?
Look on the screen. It's the sister ship.
That is cool.
Oriente.
I hope it doesn't catch fire. That would be terrible. Well, now that we've got that, let me go back to SS United States, since I know how to do the frickin' weather thing now, because I want to see if I can spot Queen Mary again, because I swear I saw it. Oh, there we go. Now it's during the day. Oh yeah, I knew you could see yourself. Look.
Old person.
Oh my gosh. And I love that you have to crouch in order to get through some of these. Oh, by the way, here's Peter Konego's favorite shot with every old ship.
God, that is still beautiful.
I'm sorry, but when he did get caught on that one ship doing the forecastle thing, I did have to laugh. I will say, though, props to the crew for having that good of eyesight, though.
Man, that is a nice view right there.
Yes.
So where is this mysterious Queen Mary you said may or may not exist?
It was in the game. I know I saw it. Oh, and here's SS United States. Aurora Borealis.
Hey.
And here's SS United States. When the penicillin kicks in.
Wow. Wow, yes, the United States.
Welcome to the welcome to the United States of drugs.
Dogs.
Oh god, here comes the
Hold on, we have to focus on finding the Queen Mary, because it's gone. Where did it go? We lost it.
No, we never lost it. I never looked for it. Yes. Oh, that's...
Do you remember what
This
time
has...
it was?
Oh my god, hold on. I need to take this in. I've been on crew, even though I didn't like the ships I was on, this always was the highlight. Every time I was on the ship, I wouldn't do any of the stuff they offered on the ships. I would just go and just walk. I'd get up as early as I could, just walk around the ship, and just often do stuff like this, watching the sunrise. And that, I think, is standing in for SS America, but I'm not sure. So that's
Elizabeth.
no. That's a United States funnel design off in the distance. Oh, and look, sunrise.
The sun rising over America.
Amen, brother. And I know I saw Queen Mary in here. If you look at my other recording, I saw it.
Maybe she's off to port instead. Maybe.
But I want to watch the sunrise.
Oh, and you will. Because it's going to be gorgeous. Let me get through, you stupid thing.
I mean, still, holy crap, this is beautiful.
Beautiful.
God, dude, the water texture, it looks real. Please tell me I'm not the only one seeing that.
Yeah,
It's very
I get that.
wet.
Yes, water is wet, that's a fact.
Oh. SS America.
What happened to the SS America?
It's a ghost ship, apparently.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything. It's a ghost ship.
You the SS America.
It's a ghost ship.
God, I'm just imagining that meme where they go, and then, like, disappear from existence.
The lead of the FS United States would be so fired.
Oh my god, dude. If you didn't know what you were looking at...
Game was just like, no, you're not in this episode.
No, it's like the YTP that actually had PT Boomer. It's like, I'm in this too! No, you're not! Thanos snaps him out of existence.
Best audience. Yay!
Oh my god. Now, if you didn't know any better, you would think this is something I
love
filmed.
Waldman 13.
No, you'll laugh. I dig video footage that looked exactly like this. I'm not even kidding. I'll have to dig for it, but I know I've got it. And there she is, ladies and gentlemen.
There's the Queen Mary!
That was perfectly timed. I told you so. I told you.
Kind of makes me wonder if there's another ship that would show up in the Morro Castle section now.
I don't know. Oh, look. America's back.
Actually, I can think of something
great.
that might.
It's like grew like a tumor off of the Queen Mary and then fell off. Great.
No. They just took a voyage to the Shadow Realm. They're fine. Nah, they went. They committed. Oh, Queen Mary's committing the freaking. Queen Mary's committing the Belfort experiment or whatever that destroyer went through.
Philadelphia.
Thank you.
In West Philadelphia.
Oh my god, no! I already had one of my Minecraft things get a copyright strike. I don't need this getting one too.
So now that we watched freaking Ship Mitosis, what do you guys want to do now?
Mitosis! That's funny. Please write that down. That is gold. Well, since I'm doing ship-related things, I haven't actually done Titanic Honor and Glory in,
Oh.
Yeah, I haven't done Titanic
Wait, hold
Honor
on.
and
Before
Glory
you go,
live.
did that say 43 knots?
What?
Did that say 43 knots?
Wait, what?
Did that say 43 knots as top speed for the SS United States?
I think, I don't know. It might have. Let's see. I need to actually make sure that the game actually loads, because I don't know if it will. Also, has Demo 401 gotten any new updates? Because I haven't downloaded any new version of the game ever since I first
forgot what Demo 401 is.
Titanic.
Oh. Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know what that is.
Well, I'll put it like this. The minute I got this computer was the minute I downloaded Demo 401, because I finally had a machine that could handle it. The Acer would not have been able to handle the game demo, so that was one reason I wanted to upgrade that. And I thought I'd be doing stuff on boat motors, so I wanted to get a computer powerful enough to run the kind of the diagnostic software, but that hasn't happened, and I don't know if it will.
So,
What?
Look in cursed ships at your own risk.
Oh, hell, what did you do?
Oh, no.
Oh, God. It's Titanic, but Lusitania.
I want you two to take a guess where this is from, by the way.
I'm gonna guess Project Britannica, but I have no idea.
No.
Hell.
Not hell. You ready for me to give the answer, or do you people want to keep guessing?
Is it Roblox, Stormworks? What the hell is it?
It's no. This is an illustration of a work of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Oh, so that's actually Lusitania. I'm an idiot.
No, well, close. This is Olympic. This was the book that did the prediction of Lusitania, except maybe not really, because Admiral Alfred Tirpitz read it, and he may or may not have just. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
When was this book made?
July. He wrote it in July of 1914 as a short story.
So Lusitania gets sunk because of it, unofficially, and then Olympic is like, nah, I'm just gonna brush off every attempt to sink me possible. It's like Titanic sinks by iceberg. Britannic takes a mine hit to the face. Olympic, nah, I've got 'tis but a scratch. Olympic just goes fucking Shakespeare mode.
Hey, look, a U-boat. Not anymore.
Olympics like, all right, you want to throw stuff at me to hit? All right, I'll hit back. No, it's like U-boat fires torpedo.
I think it also might have been.
No, it's like
I think
U-boat.
it was hit by a dud torpedo or a dud mine at some point.
No, dud torpedo. It's like no. I can just imagine the conversation. It's like your U-boat fires torpedo. Olympic, cute. Now it's my turn. Red eyes and then show up on the bridge. Time to ram.
Freaking Doom 2016 soundtrack starts.
Yeah. Yes.
No, it's the
U-boat commander. Why do I hear boss music?
Starts playing.
No, it's like U-boat commander. Why do I hear boss music?
Oh no.
Sorry, people. I've got a game. I got a game, and don't worry to everybody watching a black screen. I've got a game loading. It's just taking a while. Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. What the? Oh, there we go. Hold on. Oh, I forget. It doesn't save your game preferences.
But yeah, that's Olympic, and I just realized that the funnel is cut. The back funnel is cut off.
Ew.
I didn't notice that before.
Oh, crud. Wait a minute.
What?
Oh, crap. Uh-oh. I think I opened 401 4 times. Oh no. Help! Help! My PC, it's not responding. It's...
You're going robotic, which must mean Discord might be dying again for me. That's not me dying. That's you dying. Hurricane, is he freaking out on your end?
Yes, it is.
Yes, me.
Okay, so for once, this isn't me dying.
No shit.
Yeah, he's going totally robotic. Is my soundboard working?
I mute everyone's soundboard to prevent people from
I'm back.
abusing the soundboard. I'll unmute yours for a split second. What is it?
It should work. I have like
Damn,
voice mod
how do
active.
I... Oh, crap. I can't get this thing to record 401. Hello?
You're also aware that you were dying the whole time?
Did it occur to you I was making the glitch noises myself?
Didn't sound like it.
Yeah, it just sounded like your audio suddenly got crunchy.
We're in, boys.
So 401 does not work.
Oh no, it does. I'm hearing an ad going on, but whose side is that from?
Yeah, no, I already got rid of the ad. It's a video of a possum eating an apple.
Aww.
Hold on, I gotta let my cat inside.
He keeps letting him go and he keeps rolling away from him. That's adorable.
Aww. Oh, by the way, we're aboard the ship, laddies.
Tight ship. Wait, this looks like Ship Explorer.
Unreal Engine 5, mate.
No,
should I just...
the UI
okay, should I... You know
really
what? I'm going all... The captain was going all in. We're going cinematic... We're going more cinematic than we've ever been before.
Please tell me that the computer doesn't die and instead you can just, like...
Oh, wait a minute. Me putting the game into cinematic makes me have to restart the game.
If you ever... Once you're done with, I forgot what it was called already.
401.
Yeah, 401, once you're done with that, you guys want to get on some Stormworks?
Sure. I don't go into work tomorrow till 11 o'clock in the morning.
I'm back.
It's like a children, of course, growing. Go, come on.
Okay, I had to mute the desktop audio on OBS because of the ads coming through the screen, the audio thingy.
Uh-huh.
Okay, the game is back. Let's see if I don't die.
Ankle. Sink. Back. Heel. Positive rotation. Then we'll take into account the age of the child and their growth. Initially, this modified center will be lower than the expected. As the child grows,
Does anybody know if the music is copywritten?
I don't, but I think it would be better if we played it safe.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I mean, when it comes to music and copyright, all I can say is there's a reason there's 30 different songs that used signing a record deal as a metaphor for signing your soul to Satan. I have my cat in my arms right now, so if you hear him, through the microphone...
No, that'd be adorable.
Kitty.
Kitty. Kitty. All right. We're going down to the depths. To the depths. I've never been able to do this. Yeah, follow their Patreon, and while people online keep saying it's gonna be forever before the game is released, they're making progress. I have seen it. So yeah, we're now in one of the pump rooms between Boiler Room 6 and the Fireman's Tunnel. As you can see. I don't know what those are, but I'm guessing these are what? Railings, maybe? That they've got stacked up? I don't know. Because, see, they're not boiler tubes.
There might be spare railings.
Well, yeah, and they're not...
They're ramrods.
No, because
It's a lot of coal.
Well, here's the thing. Back then, all the tools would have... Like, ramrods, anything you'd have going into, like, a wood stove or a furnace would all be solid cast. The handles would be, solid cast. But you also wouldn't have a ramrod of iron, especially in front of a boiler that looks like, that's that hot.
Well, maybe not putting it in the boiler, but dislodging coal from the bunkers that have become stuck.
Oh my god, that is a sick shot. Let me just zoom in onto the heat waves.
Hell.
Face
And
melting.
they lag.
Face melting coal. Oh god.
Where's the Lost Ark all over again?
It's like,
I think it might just be spare parts where the railings break.
oh god. Oh yes, I think
That should go up the deck.
I was gonna say that could be the ash chute, but then I remembered no, it's not, because boiler room. God.
Can you go up on one of the
Either
catwalks?
that one went up the E deck, or it goes up along the side of the uptake. I've seen enough of the blueprint over the past year.
No, I know, and then here's the coal bunker for boiler room 6. And I believe the controversial one is...
The foremost, I think. I don't actually know, like, a number.
I don't know.
The one that had the fire?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Also, by
It'd be
the
the
way...
forward one on the starboard side.
All right. Well, I'm on this one. I wish they'd make it so this was lit better. But I want to point out, to the idiots who think, oh, if I'm seeing Titanic, I'm standing against the hull, you morons. There's no fire. None. This is neat, though, because you'd have, like, trimmers in here keeping the coal levels checked, because you don't want imbalanced coal, Also, by the way, to any tourist looking at a steam boiler up close, don't do what I'm about to do in this game, because you will die.
It's like the freaking Indiana Jones thing, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yes.
Or the witch from Hansel and Gretel.
Oh, God. Oh, what, like this?
I'm melting! Melting!
Love it.
That's Wizard of Oz. Holy
I know.
crap. I gotta get.
Well,
I gotta
there's a
unplug this
few
computer.
different interpretations.
Hold on. I gotta unplug that computer battery. It is majorly hot. I did not realize how hot it was until I just. Bleh.
Well, you're looking right to a boiler.
No, I'm talking about IRL. There's like a... My computer cord has this weird box-shaped thing. And I don't know if that's a... I don't know if that's meant to be a... I don't know, a current? I don't know what it is. I just know it was running hot, so I had to unplug it.
I think it's an AC adapter.
No? Now, okay, they did not have to go this far with the heat, with, like, the heat wave effect, but here we are. Oh, look, welcome to Titanic.
Why does it always get fucking there?
What? Hello? Hurricane, what was going on? Oh yeah, here's the ash chute right here.
I think you think.
That's interesting. What was it?
Like 40.
Thoron?
Yes.
I'm sorry, were you saying something?
I was just saying that I think Hurricane's taking care of his cat or something.
Bastard.
Oh, by the way, here's a view you won't see unless they somehow get an ROV down in the boiler room.
Damn it.
You've got the top of the boilers, the stanchions keeping them in place, and then the boiler uptakes and their safety valves. Along with the steam lines, interesting.
I think it will be up that. I think it'll be up that ladder.
No,
That will lead up. They go up the uptakes, and you'll find an entrance onto E-deck.
Well, no, that's the thing. Cameron and them tried to get down to the boiler rooms, but they weren't able to get in. Personally, I'm surprised they didn't try to go down via the escape ladders that went all the way up to the open deck.
They might have been too narrow for the ROVs.
Remember, the one I'm talking about, the ROVs he had for Ghosts of the Abyss, dude. They were small enough to fit into the square windows on the ship. But then again, remember, remember, if these ladders inside here had also collapsed, you know, then there is a chance that wouldn't be. Then it would, you know what I mean. Of course, on the wreck, these grizzly bars were still visible at some points. I have seen overhead photos, mosaics that show these still intact even now, or they were a few years ago. But who knows, you know? I mean, I'll put it like this. If somebody could make an ROV small enough to withstand the pressure, and one that didn't need to rely on a tether to constantly have a connection, then I could see them being able to get inside the ship deeper, you know?
Actually, the technology to do either of those things is a thing, so...
Well, the problem, though, is making it so that the ROV doesn't get crushed to death, you know? You know what I mean, right?
I mean, yeah, and I'm like, we have plenty of materials that could potentially be used to make that, so...
I'd be interested to see if the swimming area is still intact. You know, like the swimming pool and stuff.
Well, we know
it should be.
Well, here's the thing. That whole room was completely sealed off during the sinking, so there might be a chance that while it may have flooded with water, it may not have flooded with sediment. Save for where maybe vent entrances were. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just a guess. Because, I mean, heck, I think, didn't they find bits of the laminated floor? Not laminated.
I'm going to take a break from the chat a bit so I can eat dinner.
All right. I'm trying to remember. Didn't they find bits of the linoleum floor in inside one of the areas of the ship still?
Sorry?
I'm just trying to remember because I think... I thought they had found... Oh, never mind. Also, speaking of finding things, ladies and gentlemen, there is the coal bunker fire. And I want to point out, that's the hull of the ship over there. This fire is nowhere near the hull.
And with those that say they can see it from photographs, it's too far down the ship to see it from the outside. Unless you're like right beside the hull.
Even then, the fire wouldn't have been... The fire, as you can see in that coal bunker, is not big enough or hot enough to scorch the hull. Ugh. Anyway, this is Boiler Room 5. This was the literal tipping point for Titanic. In other words, the question of whether the ship would stay afloat hinged on Boiler Room 5 staying watertight. Eventually that failed, and, well, you know the rest. Even if they could have made it watertight, that was only buying time, because if they had been able to keep it watertight, at least for a certain amount of time, it could have kept the ship afloat long enough, potentially, for Carpathia to get there, but it wouldn't have kept it afloat all the way through, The ship still probably would have sunk regardless, even before Carpathia had gotten to it, but who knows. And anyway, here's Boiler Room 4, where I believe flooding was reported coming up through the floor plates, right? I don't remember.
Not sure about that.
Well, anyway,
of course, I've heard of it.
I just remember an older documentary mentioning it. But yeah, this is Boiler Room 4. Beyond it, as you can see, is 3, then 2, then 1. And I think people who have certain mods for Unreal Engine can actually no-clip into those spaces, if I recall right. But who knows?
I think the game is kind of wreaking havoc on your mic because it seems like it's lagging as while the stream is going on.
What's it like on the live stream? Is it bad?
The Discord.
No, I know, but I need somebody to check the live stream because now I'm curious as to the live stream quality.
Yeah, there's the door on Scotland Road. And I'm currently going down to Scotland Road on my ship.
And here's the third class open spaces in the bow. Your cargo hold. Third class cabins.
And then when you go up one of the stairs, you should reach the D deck for third class open area.
I know. God. Okay. This right here with the lighting makes you think this is like a recreated set. It looks real. I kid you not, it looks real.
Yeah.
I mean, to me it does, until you look closer. But I've seen renders that they did on higher end computers that look more real looking than this. I can see when you zoom in, then it becomes obvious.
Hexagonal.
Yes, and I think they're actually updating all the lights. And then you got some unfinished spaces down there. Because this is only 50% of the ship. And I believe, God, remember, I've got the quality set to cinematic, so God, from a distance, that looks
Probably
like
was doing it.
No, I mean from a distance and with the angle, that looks like a photograph, but it's not. Then there's your third class open space, your Scirocco fans, the mast.
And I'm currently standing on the exact same deck. I'm trying to follow along with Titania.
Montreal, Quebec, Alaska. Oh, yeah, that's right. They don't have Hawaii unless... I'm going to assume maybe that's it right there. Who knows?
That's Hawaii.
Yeah, and then there's the Aleutian Islands.
The largest island in the thing.
And then there's the Aleutian Islands, and there's, I think that's Russia, right? Off to the left. Hello? Hello?
Is Seal Shark rejoined?
Hey, Seal Shark. Then there's your thermo tank. Oh, man. They even have the builder's plates. They didn't have to go that deep into the detail, but they did, and I'm glad. That stuff I love.
And even the texture on the paint.
Oh, yeah. This would go out to the well deck.
Yeah, you're lagging a bit.
Alright, I fixed it. My mic disconnected. I don't know why it disconnected, but it disconnected.
It is connected. If you know the meme, you know the meme. Now I think I gotta go down to go up. But since we're here, the latrines. To the Ash place. That's funny. See, I love they've got all this stuff that people wouldn't even think of, and yet they're like, yeah, no, let's add it because it's interesting. And then there's the Ash thing. Also, fun fact, you can fall through this to get all the way down to the boiler room. I'm not even joking. Also, and here's the... I love the, legend they have. That's great.
Not only does it give you the diagram that you actually see on the ship, but also tells you which spots
you can go, yeah.
Or and which on this version.
Well, also, this shows what's explorable inside the ship. And to be fair, that is impressive that they were able to model this much. So to all the naysayers who say, oh, the game is never coming out, follow their Patreon and then you'll see what's really going on. Good things come to those who wait. And this right here is an industrial work of art. And all great works of art take time and patience to appreciate, as well as make. Also, let's be real, that paint would not be shiny. It would be scuffed up, scratched up, and there wouldn't be a reflection. And if you guys are curious, how did they get rid of the ash? Well, simple. Open the door, chuck it out. That's how they did it back then. And since you're moving, the current would disperse it. Also, welcome back to the boiler room. I love that they make it so you can just do that. I'm pretty sure that's just, I just find that immensely funny. Because, like, they did not have to do that, but yet they chose to. And then right here, if we go up, we find ourselves in the, I don't know what that is. Is that like a bilge pump pipe, maybe? I think it is. Oh well. Yeah, we find ourselves back up in the ash room. Oh yeah, we're going in the bathroom. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. And unlike Ship Explorer, we are a ghost here. Crew bunks. Another lavatory. Third class dining saloon.
Third class.
God, the way the sunlight hits all this, just, it makes it look real, even though it's not. Like, look at that from a distance. With the way the lighting is. God. I am still blown away by this game. And this is just a demo that I've had ever since getting this computer. So, yeah. And since we're going towards the stern...
A game always has a deja vu here.
Of course, you bought your own model.
Doesn't mean you follow on the same path as you are. Sorry?
Yes. No, I'm just saying, it's like freaking... I think, is this the engineer's mess? I think it is. Oh. I hate to say it, but I forget who that is.
That's one of our kings.
All right.
Oh, from a Canadian perspective. Although most would confuse him with Tsar Nicholas.
Oh, and I believe
Wait, what are we looking at? I forgot.
I believe, isn't that William Perry? Or a different person? I forget. I know that's probably one of the guys responsible for Harlan and Wolf. I just don't remember.
I think so.
Oh, look at that.
I should say in the bottom corner.
There's the early blueprints for the ship. If it does, the name is so blurry you can't see it. See, you can't make it out. And it almost looks like the photo had faded over time because there was probably... Because I think there was more of like the lower part of the body visible. At least, you know, from the chest up, I would think. That's a gorgeous painting. Since we're here, I think you know where we're going next.
Engine room.
For some reason, the ambient sound isn't working. There was ambient sound, I think. Last time I was playing this. I guess not. Anyways, welcome to the engine room.
One room that's kind of impressive to look at. Just the scale of it.
Oh, dude, I'd be down here with Mike Brady all day.
Especially the scale of the engines.
I'll tell you, the closest I got to seeing something like this was on John W. Brown in Baltimore. She wasn't under steam, and I was the only tourist on board the ship. There was more crew than tourists. But I blew them away with how much I knew. I mean, hell, they were all stunned. I think the only thing I didn't know about was the loading gate markings on the side of the ship. Other than that, I mean, these 70, 80-year-old guys were pretty much blown away by what all I knew. Oh, here's something stupid.
Was I the only one that wanted to grab onto one of those pistons and ride it while watching? Because I'm watching Titanic, and I think it would be fun to just hold on for dear life.
But you would. It's the first and last ride of your life. I mean, to be fair, I think the movie over-dramatized their size, because look at the cylinders. I mean, the main rods are not tall at all. The engine and cylinders are, yes, but the actual rods themselves, I mean, I've seen an engine about the same height. Because remember, Liberty ships use a marine expansion steam engine. So it was already ancient technology by the time.
Oh, the engines were supposed to be about 3 or 4 Although the engines were supposed to be 3 or 4 stories tall.
3 stories. Well, let's see. They're 3 decks tall, so we could say that's like 2 stories, 2 or 3 stories. Then you got your port and starboard engine room telegraphs, as well as your gauge board and your.
And it seems that the watertight doors are closed for you to go into the turbine.
No, I think I'm looking. I think I'm looking forward. Yeah, I'm looking forward. I think because that goes to boiler room 1. That goes to the turbine room.
Oh, yeah, and you also see the. Yeah, when you look around the other way, you have this big shaft of light, which would be the skylight.
No, I know. That's the engine room escape hatch. See?
Yep.
Now, what was this tank up here? I've been curious about that. I have no idea what that is. And then here's your maintenance cranes for the cylinders and whatnot. I know when people think of Titanic's engine room, they think of the space they see in the movie, but in truth, it wasn't that big or that open. I mean, as you can see from the real engine room, yeah, you've got this long gallery between the engines, but it's nothing compared to what you see in the movie. And on John W. Brown, it was more cramped than this. And there was only one engine, mind you. And you also had two banks of oil-fired boilers, pretty much directly in front of the engine, but going forward. And now going out of here, we got the turbine room. And I believe the dynamos and switch gallery are at the bottom deck too, if I'm not mistaken, because up here is the emergency dynamos right there.
Yeah, right right behind the turbine room, you have the other electrical stuff.
Well, yeah. But here's the
emergency you have your dynamos and generators.
There's no gauges, but that's obvious. It's just an example.
Which I guess I would have also been one of the...
Well, I think there's evidence that those were activated.
I guess it's one of those rooms that was also a bit of the hero of the night.
Oh, yeah. And then there's the turbine, along with miscellaneous pumps and other machinery. And I think these here are the condensers, yes?
And then you also have the mat.
Or no, I don't
think I think those would go into the condensers.
I don't remember.
The condensers were massive. Because you have the pumps bring water into the condensers, and then you have those pumping them out.
Yes.
And now you'll be on G deck, I think.
Oh, look, a fuse box.
Or that would be G deck, and your... Either that would be G deck and your current F deck, or... Again, you get to these lower decks, and some of them are kind of forgotten about, even by someone like me, who's claims to know the ship pretty well.
Water fountains.
But yeah, those stairs will take you all the way up. Those stairs will take you all the way up.
I know.
And you are in the third class general room.
Hi. And believe it or not, I think modern park benches use a very similar design to this, if I'm not mistaken. Or at least I've seen some that look similar to this design. For like the railing.
Sorry?
The metal railings on either side of these benches. I think I've seen that design still in use.
It's possible.
Ah, yes, the engines are turning, but we're not moving. I think no. They're just, the engines are running, but no propellers are connected. So, some stormworks dev forgot to attach them. Don't worry about it.
And when you're trying to look at the propellers, try not to fall off.
Yes. Women and machinery do not mix. Oh, really? Try saying that in World War II, pal, because they certainly did mix then and mix well. Okay, let's see.
And currently on B deck in the second class promenade.
I love they just thought, oh, we'll just put a mast right in front of the door. Like that's if this were modern day, that would not fly because that's a choke point for if anybody had to escape this room. Like if there was a fire, you'd be hard pressed getting a bunch of people out through this. Though the good news is you have windows on all sides that you can break in order to get people out that way.
And the second-class dining salon.
Saloon. Not salon, saloon. You know, see, the natural lighting for this makes this look like a photograph.
Makes it look real.
Yes.
A colored photograph. And then you go down the steps further, and one thing that's in front of you is the purser's office.
And I bet this is like
on
the steward.
E-deck.
I'm guessing this is the steward's call button.
It might be.
Well, they got like a little ivory button down there. I wasn't sure.
They're still on D-deck.
I'm climbing up. God, this is... I can see why Spammels or someone else said this was their favorite room. And honestly, I could see this still being a used, popular space. Given the current design trends starting to slowly go back to this, I could see someone recreating this on land, and it's still being a popular place, hands down. Plus, that glass work is just so good. Problem is, if you tried to recreate Titanic's entire interior layout on land, it would still cost a fortune. I don't think it would cost as much as trying to rebuild the entire ship afloat, but I definitely could see it being a fortune in its own right. And if you're curious, I'm recreating that famous photograph of the ship.
Yeah.
Problem with this POV thing, it's very hard to get it accurate, you know? Or actually, wasn't the photograph taken here because it had those curved water cooling pipes?
I have to look at that photograph again.
I think it was... I don't remember. That's the thing. Because I don't remember if the Athmos funnel had those. All I can say is thank God for Father Brown and his pictures. That does...
Yep.
But that does suck, though, that... Because I think there was somebody with a film camera doing early movie film of the ship. And that all got lost in the sinking. Dude... Imagine if they had the foresight to put that on a lifeboat and save it. One could only guess what it would have looked like, you know?
Because some rooms we have no pictures of. Well, we do have some pictures, but either illustrations or they were reused from Olympic. And the only idea we would have...
Like in some guy's attic.
What?
Imagine if the camera did survive in a lifeboat. It's just like sitting in some guy's attic.
Problem is, the film back then was nitrate, meaning it would decay very easily. Even the slightest bit of light would destroy what's on it. And I mean, good example. Somebody, like the wireless operator on Lusitania, did snap photos of the ship while it was sinking, but unfortunately, the camera got wet and the film and the salt water destroyed the film. I think And I think they developed it in the what remains of the photos. Negatives are still visible, but you can't make them out.
Barely.
Well, even then, there's no way to really tell. Oh, we're on the bridge.
And now you're into the crew quarters.
Ah, yes, and the most iconic area, no less.
Yep.
And it would make sense for them to have these tables here, because that would give you a place to lay out your maps. And then there's the tarp going down to the lower forward open deck, or promenade. Oh, wait. How does this work? Oh, never mind. Okay, so that's interesting. So the outer two telegraphs were the engines. Then you got your mooring telegraph.
Yeah, one's for the end.
Okay, so they've got one's for the engines, one's for the mooring stuff, and then I guess the two inward telegraphs are what? The backup telegraphs, like the auxiliaries?
You have one for the port and left engines, and you also have the turbine engine, and then you have the docking, and I'm guessing also one to the boiler rooms.
Okay, yeah, no, that's right. So you got the outer ones are the engines, the steam engines. Then you got your mooring telegraph, then your turbine telegraph, and then I guess the red is the emergency telegraph.
And from what we've learned about on the wreck, is that there were two others around the edge of the bridge wing.
Wait, really?
I think so.
Unless you mean these, where they have like that other navigational.
No, not those.
Then your whistle box, your whistle levers.
And there's that shot.
Yes.
Looking out into the well deck and the forecastle. Or you'd be looking over Captain Smith's shoulder.
Yes.
Just after the iceberg hit and as the well deck flooded.
Oh, yes. Of course, in real life, due to the list, it started flooding on one side, didn't it?
Yep.
And I mean, to be fair, the fact that the ship stayed relatively level, pretty much right up until like the very end, is impressive. You know?
Because as we've seen with other ships like Lusitania, that as soon as the list gets...
Yeah, like the alternate history. I'm surprised they didn't just say F it and capsize Lusitania just for the hell of it.
And there's the Marconi room.
I hear a clock ticking. But the clocks are stopped. And I just noticed.
Crocodile.
What?
Crocodile.
What do you mean crocodile? I don't understand.
You were talking about ticking clock, but the clocks weren't ticking.
Oh yeah, Peter Pan, of course. Of course. And I love that they got two telegraphs, so I guess one was a backup, maybe?
Maybe.
I don't think so, but because they did have to fix the thing when it broke.
Well, no, they've got two telegraph things here. You see it?
Well, there's two.
And then, of course,
and then there's your.
And of course, in the room. And to the room on your right.
I know. Wireless operator's cabin. Main wireless office, silent room, emergency generator, emergency power banks.
Yep. With the regulators still in the final positions that they were left in.
Oh, yes.
At least on the wreck. They're still in those final positions.
I'm surprised they didn't just say F it and put them all at full power to get as much energy out as they could. And I know these are and I think these are batteries, aren't they? Right here?
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, no, these have to be. They have to be like an early sort of deep cycle battery. I'm surprised somebody didn't think of a way. I'm surprised somebody didn't think of a way to wire somehow the battery to the generator. Would it have worked? Probably not, because there's no way to generate infinite electricity. But who knows, you know? Then of course your fuse box for like, let's see, I think these are your telephone lines, aren't they? Unless I'm crazy.
Oh, who knows? I have no idea.
I don't know either. Oh, well, look at that. Old English letters for the calendar.
Yep.
That's actually.
And you might always. And the brass pipes.
Pneumatic tubes.
That you see there?
Yeah, they're like the pneumatic
tubes. It goes down to.
Go ahead.
Yeah, those go down to the inquiry office on CDEC.
Yeah, I was going to say those are essentially the 1912 equivalent of the bank tubes you see today. They use the same system. They're just larger. Elevator banks.
And there's the lift. It's interesting seeing you walk around on Titanic there and me walk around on my ship, just comparing the two.
Well, your ship is basically inspired by Titanic, so I'm not at all surprised.
I tried to make her as accurate as I could, and...
Have you thought of recreating it in Stormworks?
Yeah, basically a mirror.
Just curious.
Sorry? What was the question?
I said, have you thought of recreating the ship in Stormworks? Your ship.
Yeah, she might be a little bit too big for me to do something. And I only asked what was the question again because your mic cut out. Because of it loading.
You know, I wonder if these elevator motors are still on the ship. Because, see...
they still...
Well, no, remember, on the wreck, everything forward of the wall, where the clock is, has collapsed. You know?
Just the wood paneling. But you would see a little bit of the mechanisms through the expansion joint.
What?
The expansion joint will probably be one place. Or am I getting that mixed up with what the expansion joint is on my ships?
Well, no, I'm saying I was going to say, they still found the wood was intact. No, they found that a lot of the wood paneling a lot of the wood paneling inside the ship was still intact, at least in 2001 when they did when they did Ghosts of the Abyss. In fact, you could see the wooden furniture frames still intact. All the fabric had been eaten away, but the wood didn't rot, at least not all the way through yet. Of course, all the ceiling is gone.
Although the wood wouldn't exactly be rotting away, it would have been eaten away.
If you look, I can't explain it.
Because what?
I'll just say it. One of the books I have on Titanic showed the wood covering all these pillars still intact. All the ornate carving work was still there. Turkish baths, another real good example. And it also depends on the type of wood used. You know, if like the type of wood was a very hard type or just one that was fairly resistant to rot even after being submerged, then it would hold up. In
English
fact,
oak?
well, I'll be blunt. There's a reason you find a lot of different tree species that are like hundreds of years old that are still intact underwater. It's because if they're underwater, they don't rot as fast. You know? It's why you still find, like in flooded mine shafts, a bunch of old wood timber that's like, some cases, 150 or more years old. If it isn't exposed to air, it doesn't rot as fast, even with wood-eating organisms. You know? Plus, remember, plus, a lot of the wood that I recalled seeing was intact, was in the dining area, or where the dining room would have been, I think. I don't remember.
It would mainly been in the reception room, considering that the dining saloon would have been crushed for the most part.
Oh, yes.
Because of the decks coming on down top of each other.
And also this.
Yeah.
God.
The first class lounge.
God, I'll tell you, if they can't rebuild the real ship, an alternative would be to build a building that literally is the same length as the ship in terms of all the upper public rooms, and just literally build out the interior to mimic what was on the ship. You know, basically rebuilding... Well, basically it's like... Well, it's... My brain is not working. What I'm basically saying is rebuild Titanic, but as a building, so that you could have the interior decor and whatnot. Because if you built it at sea, there'd be no way to use the real materials without doing it all in plaster or something, you know? Or resin. But with this, doing it on land would give you a chance to rebuild all of this, to replicate all of this. I mean, look at this. Even all this was carved three-dimensionally. That's impressive.
And the thing is, we have something to go off of when it comes to all those carvings, which are the fittings recovered from Olympic before she was scrapped.
And Britannic.
There's a hotel in England that...
I know, the White Swan, and also Britannic. A lot of Britannic's unused passenger fittings still exist, if I'm not mistaken. Heck, even its organ still exists.
Yeah.
Off staircase.
Yep.
And of course, these light fixtures, you can still find modern renditions of these. They just use solid glass instead of crystal glass like you see here. But the design is so standard that you can still find it. Yeah, there's a lot of old light fixtures and stuff that you can still find. And I'll tell you, I'd love to see someone make real replicas of these glass panels. That would be nice. And this is the famous smoking room.
And now you're going to...
God. Yep. I'll tell you, out of every room on Titanic that I wish could be recreated, this and the lounge would definitely, I think, still hold up even today. You know, that would be really nice.
And... yeah.
I'm listening.
And where you're looking there with the fireplace, that's said to be the one, the last place they would have, a passenger would have seen Thomas Andrews. And where
That is, I believe that's been disproven because I think they've now found that later in the sinking, towards the plunge period, he and Smith were seen on the bridge wing jumping off as the ship plunged under them.
One of last.
Yes.
And with the Afghan staircase, you have two cabins on either side. One of them was Andrew's cabin.
Thoron, do you forget? Titanic is the ship that got me interested in maritime history. Everything you're telling me is stuff I either already know or have already gotten books that I already have. But I'm not.
Well, some are still kind of racing for me.
Well, no, you're fine. I was about to say it does give a nice refresher because those books are ones I haven't touched in nearly 10 years or more.
Well, there's some of those details that are still relatively new to me. And
oh Lord, here's something that's new to me.
Yeah.
They even modeled the doors. Like, God, I hate that all of this got destroyed because it's on the stern. Dude, imagine if they could have found those doors. That would have been nice.
and the thing is, even if they did survive, they would have rusted away, considering...
No, not if they're brass. If they're brass, they would be oxidized but still visible.
It would have been wrought iron, much like other windows on the ship.
Well, here's the thing. There's iron older than what was on Titanic that you can still find. Good example, Civil War iron. You can still find that in rivers. But, God. You know, I really hope somebody... I hope the White Swan never closes, but if it ever did, I kind of hope that somebody could get all that wood paneling and just bring it all back. Like, I'll be blunt. I'd love for Belfast to somehow acquire all the surviving wood paneling from all three, from Olympic and Britannic, because I know a lot of it is in private collections or in use in other places, and it'd be neat to acquire all of that, bring it back to Belfast, and try to recreate as much as possible all the spaces that material would have been used in, to give an idea of what it would have been like. And I'll tell you,
now you're down on B-Deck.
I'll tell you, though, I wish the White Swan had been able to get more stuff from Olympic. That would have been nice. Particularly the dome. Imagine if they had have saved the dome. That would have been amazing. If they could have pulled that off.
Beautiful.
And look at that. Blue marble. Or is that granite?
Probably marble.
Well, no, it's marble. I just
then,
don't
of course,
know
they will be something different.
Well, no, that's marble. I know marble when I see it. I just never knew you could get it in. I just don't know if you can still find blue marble anymore. That's the thing. Marble's not rare. Far from it, in fact. Let's see, you got blue marble there, red marble, but you can still find that. And then blue again. So, I mean, I know there's different shades of marble. I just don't know how you go about getting them.
You just need to know what to look.
And I know on the wreck they did find one of the few surviving stained glass windows from the first class cabins, and I think it was in the Strauss suite, but I'm not sure. Remember, I haven't seen Ghost of the Abyss or Deep Inside Titanic for a long time, and I know Deep Inside Titanic was cut, I think, for TV, but there was a lot more to it that I saw later on YouTube while that was still up. God, that's gorgeous. I think that might be the panel, if I'm not mistaken. but who knows?
So you'll be on the starboard side.
Oh, I just realized
the cadenza suite.
I just realized this. That's a reference to the movie. That flower bouquet has to be a reference to the Cameron film. There's no other reason it would be there, I don't think.
Yeah, you're in the cadenza suite.
Yes, or the cow suite. Sorry.
That would be on the other side of the ship, which was in reality Bruce's mission.
Oh, yes. Yes. Speaking of which, so this one.
Yep.
Trouble is, if you'll notice, there's no access to the promenade.
That would be through the sitting room.
I'm just saying, you can't get through there, dude. God, where do they get these marble colors? You know, I gotta wonder. I was gonna say, I wondered if the plugs were the early just 2-prong ones without the ground thing.
But I do still see some on the rack.
Really?
What the positives look like. If you remember in Ghost of the Abyss, they showed some things still plugged in, was showing the old outlets.
I don't remember that. Plus, if you'll look, that's at the bottom of the floor, pretty much where the baseboards are, and there's a layer of silt about that high. Of course, I think, weren't they able to use the ROV to clear away some of the sediment and find some of the linoleum was still intact? I can't remember if they did or not. I mean, to be fair, that would be kind of neat to see if they could do that. You know, send an ROV down, brush away some of the sediment, just to see if some of the linoleum floor is still on the ship. Because who knows, there might be a pattern that we never realized was there that's just buried. You know, it's still on the ship, just buried. To where you can't see it. Who knows?
Now coming on to the aft grand staircase.
Yes. Parisian. I love that green color. I just noticed that. And then the a la carte restaurant. God.
You got to admire the style
No, I know.
of a lot of these spaces.
And I will say
they're beautiful.
I will say the only other way I could see them rebuilding Titanic is basically building all this interior inside a modern cruise ship hull. That's the only way I could think of for them to do it. And even then, knowing how cruise ships are, they would likely butcher it just so it would all fit, you know? Or they could do an interior inspired by Titanic or something, you know? It, like, not 100% accurate, of course, but, you know, enough to give the feel of it. You know what I mean?
And there'll be your forward cabins, which would include...
Oh, that's
which names do we have down here?
Oh, I love that. They did it Infinity Mirror without even trying. That's funny.
What names do we have in the Forbes section? There has been a normal name down here.
I know that they still found all of these elevator bank stuff still attached to the elevator banks. I mean, honestly, I was amazed. You know, people forget just how intact the ship still is internally, at least in terms of the wood paneling and stuff on the walls and on the pillars. I mean, there's still a lot left.
Well, it's not exposed to the elements, so it lasts quite a long time.
Well, also, remember, all the external wood was eaten away because that was the easiest wood for the organisms to get to. The deeper into the ship you go, the less the more difficult it is for said organisms to get inside. Like, good example, the mail sorting table in the mailroom, that was eaten away and rotted because that was easily accessible due to the cargo holds being opened up. But all this, especially further down, I would imagine is still got some sort of wood of it, some type left. Or at least there was wood left in 2001. Honestly, if Cameron had have developed those ROVs a lot sooner, or if even Bob Ballard managed to do it, they could have probably gotten into the boiler rooms back in 1985. You know?
86.
Well, you know what I mean. And here's the room that looks the most realistic due to the lighting.
Yep. And those windows are still beautiful.
And what's interesting is it looks like they're actually two-layer glass because you got the ornate design on one side and then the individual panels on the other. And you can see they were like Fresnel lens type glass to blur everything.
And I had the privilege to see some of those tiles in person.
Oh, yeah. You mean the linoleum tiles?
Yep.
We've been looking for you.
It was fascinating to see them.
Oh, yeah. It's like, we've been looking for you, miss. And then there's the galley.
Yep.
Boarding doors. Switch box. Elevator.
And where you're walking now is right where Jake and Al flew past. Well, Jake was trying to rescue Elwood.
Oh, yes.
And went out straight to the gangway door on the port side.
Yes.
And now back on E-Deck. And now down to F-Deck.
Turkish baths. The most preserved room on the entire ship. God. Honestly, this really makes me wonder how much is still intact deep inside the ship where collapses haven't occurred yet.
Yeah. I'd currently be looking at you from in front of that door with the dome on top. One on the right.
No, I know. But what's amazing is the fact that all the wood and tile was still intact, even in 2001. Like, remember, that's carved wood and it's still intact. Like, all the fabric, remember, back then, all of the fabric and drapes and whatnot would have been made of animal furs, cotton, stuff that would decompose quickly since it wasn't treated with anything we use today. So, of course, only the...
Or treated like what you have with leather.
Well, of course. Well, yeah, anything leather will hold up. But what I'm trying to say is, like, on the wreck, you'll find, like, the frames for all the furniture, but none of the fabric is still intact. Say for maybe rags that hadn't been eaten yet. The light fixtures are still intact, but all the bulbs have blown out. Of course, I don't know if that was due to the wreck, due to the sinking, or due to the bulbs breaking due to them being hot. I don't know. You know?
Possibly water pressure.
Yeah, probably, but no, because they weren't sealed. You'd have to have a way to get them removed in order to change light bulbs. I don't know. Anyway, there's the electric bath. God, I remember there was still some, in an earlier demo, there was a person in that. That was creepy. Ugh.
Wait, what?
Yes. And then, did they ever did they ever get into this room?
The cooling room?
Yeah, I don't know if they ever made it in here.
I don't recall.
Imagine if they could. Well, no, they might have. But I don't know.
They made it into the tempered room, which was the room that you were just in.
So the main Turkish
bath.
Room. So this is the main Turkish bathroom. Yeah.
Yep, I googled it. I found a YouTube video. That is creepy.
Oh yeah, deep inside Titanic. I'll say it. The music they used didn't exactly help. I mean, that was spooky. That made it spooky. I was just expecting.
I really remember that music.
I was literally as a kid. I kid you not. I was literally expecting a freaking ghost hand or something to pop out from behind one of the flooded doors or something and be like, ah!
Oh, wait, you thought I was looking at Titanic stuff. No, I googled the person in the electric bath.
Oh, great.
Yeah, that is... I mean, being entirely honest, I'm less freaked out about, the whole...
Look up the images of the Turkish bath in 2001 and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about and why it looks so freaking creepy.
2005.
Oh yeah, 2005. Dude, imagine if they could have gotten in 2001. Like, that would have been... I don't think it would have been... I don't think there would have been any real difference decay-wise, but who knows? Anyway, I think I'm going to call it on Titanic Honor and Glory for the moment.